Souls and gorgeous ones, this is your girl Steph. I'm pinging in because I need some help. I'm putting this public. I need some help. It's a young lady that arrived in our community, and she's sleeping in the park that's in my community. Has been sleeping in the park in my community for the last 2 days. She arrived on Saturday morning. She's a black woman, probably staying around 5'3.5", just around my same height, like 5'4". Probably my same complexion. I was watching her to see what her moves is going to be. I didn't know she was going to be there just for one night and decide to move on. If she was approachable, just watching her vibe, and then also praying, because, you know, sometimes when we're on these assignments where we're helping people, we just got to make sure that we approach them in a way that they understand that it's a safe space. So just praying that God would, you know, allow that opportunity for me to be able to approach her in such a manner so she won't be scared off or, you know, think I'm trying to do any harm to her. Needless to say, one of my neighbors did approach her on Saturday, and she told her she was okay. Obviously, she's not okay. It's cold outside. It's actually scheduled to have snow tonight in the area. It is Monday here in Prince George's County area. So I wouldn't say she's okay. She had been talking to herself. I thought she was on the phone. I did take some pictures, but I took them like far away just so I can drop her information on the neighborhood app. Maybe you know, not knowing if she had some mental issues or had a missing persons. And people on there, no one is identifying her or have said they're looking for her. In terms of a family member, I'm just keeping in mind she's somebody's daughter, niece, sister, auntie, maybe even a best friend, but she's missing. She's out of. If you don't mind, just give us your name.
Okay.
And approximately how old are you? And that way, because I have my other neighbor, she's looking into it as well. So we're making calls to try to get you out off the streets, okay?
Okay.
So do you mind if I have your name?
Monique White.
Monique White. And how old are you?
50.
50. Did you live in the area, or where did you?
Well, actually, I'm like outside because I'm like planting seeds and stuff like that. So I'm supposed to I think I'm supposed to be going like back to where I used to live and all this other stuff.
And where did you used to live?
New Carrollton. That's where I'm supposed to go
you
next.
all the way over here.
Yeah, but I gotta go like, you know, I gotta go different places. Like I gotta go to shelters. I do have to go to shelters and stuff like that. So yeah, churches and everything. Okay. So it's all the way up until February 19th.
That's your date? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So we're gonna make some calls. Okay. Do you have family in the surrounding area? No, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, I just want to know, so in case there's like a missing person or situation.
Like, you know, like a man. You know, everybody's born with a man in their household.
Right. Okay.
But like me and my husband split.
Okay.
So I'm alone. So that's the only person who may be trying to find a missing report. But I'm not going away with him because he's aggressive.
Yeah. Okay. So, that abuse situation, and that's what my organization deals with women who've been displaced. So like if I can
relocate, because this, you know, I know he's in the area and I can smell and stuff like that, and like with my teeth off, like I can, it's like it's like a canine or something.
Right. It's like, so you know, when he around you, it's like.
And so, like I said, him and some other people that's around, which, you know, I don't agree with. Right. And so, like, for real, I'm, like, trying to get away from him.
Right. I got you. Okay. All right. So, we're going to be working. We're working hard, okay? And I'm pulling in another neighbor, and I have a team of young ladies that I'm going to get the information to them, because this is...
And then, like, I know it's like the government is making us do stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's structured.
Right.
So, we have to, like, even if it's, like, to clean up some leaves, like, to get, like, your tannin, or if it's, like, you know, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and, you know, I can't be back with him, though. I have to, in order to get these houses that the government got for me, it said on my phone that it was new. So, maybe he don't understand that.
Do you have charge on your phone?
I have no phone yet.
Oh, okay. I thought you was on the phone earlier. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. I'm just making sure. I want to make sure, because if you need a charge, I want to make sure you got charge and stuff on your phone. But we're going to be working. Okay. And I promise you, we're gonna God help us. We're gonna try to get you some help to get off the street.
As far as I may go is right to that shopping center.
Okay.
And back.
Okay.
And then, so if they could give me something by tomorrow.
Okay. All right, baby. Okay. Now I'm hoping they get you something by tonight. But okay. All right, baby. Monique White, right? And 50 years old. I got you, baby. Okay. All right. You're welcome. But she's missing. She's out of place. And when I say out of place, she's outside. She has a cart full of blankets, neatly folded, cart full of blankets, but we all know when this weather's like this, there are not enough blankets and or coats and hats that can just replace being in a warm home or somewhere safe in a warm home. So today being Monday, like I got to get out here and go to the store and get her some stuff. So, or stuff that I didn't have in my house so I can be able to share it with her. Which was some hot chocolate and some new gloves. And I noticed that she had like a hat on her head, scarf and all that. So, taking it, she's okay in that area. And as I was sitting in my truck, I just kept praying like, God, right in front of me, knowing that I run this organization, SistaH Survival, and this is what we do, feeding homeless and providing shelter for women that, or, finding them shelter, being that resource place for domestic violence and returning citizens or homelessness, right? So I'm sitting in my truck and I see her packing up like she's getting ready to leave. I'm like, oh God, no. Because the one thing I don't want to do, because it kept pulling on me, but the one thing I don't want to do is miss the opportunity to serve in a space where God has told me to be, to be obedient in. So knowing this, I jumped out the truck and I'm like, I have some gloves for you. It was a, soft approach. I have some gloves for you, brand new. Would you take them? And this biggest smile came over her face, like, I've been waiting on you. So I give her the gloves. I'm like, would you mind if I make you a sandwich, some hot chocolate? Now I'm just ready to just offload my house and just, things in here that I can give to her to prayerfully just bless her with. And she says, sure, please do that. So she turned back around and go to the place she was sitting at in the park that's across from my house, right? But just thinking that the weather is very cloudy outside, and I know that snow is coming. I need some help, y'all. We need some help. I'm calling in all of my S.O.S team. I'm calling in all my family and friends. We need some help. On the neighborhood app, they were saying reach out to Health and Human Services. But dialing 211 or whatever they were closed over the weekend. Go figure, right? Prince George's County want to open up new businesses. But what about opening up more shelters for people such as her and those out there? That's a whole nother story. Calling Prince George's County Finance in Blue 911. Don't really want to call them, and I figured I don't think I better call them because a lot of them, we have some good ones out there. Okay, let me do that. But a lot of them are not trained to approach or handle mental patients, and you all know what I'm saying once you hear the video, because I did go back to her once she got the sandwich and the hot chocolate. I, gave her some money, and of course the gloves that she had. She just gave me like the biggest hug, like, thank you so much, thank you so much. I'm like, no, thank you for allowing me to be able to serve you, especially under such circumstances. So calling 211 or whatever the number is, that's supposed to be a hotline. It wasn't working, not from my phone. It said I'm dialing international. So if you all can please provide or help with some information. Again, I approached her, but I approached her with a recording from my phone because I didn't want her to be like scared, thinking I'm just trying to record her for publicity. Everybody knows that's not even me. Boy, it would just scare her off. I just wanted to make sure, I get her approval to use her name as we called out to these shelters. So if you all can help, call shelters or maybe contact, you can DM me. I'm dropping this on all of my platforms, all of my social media platforms. That's for the Prince George's County area. If you all can help, you can DM me, let me know any information you can provide to help her. Any information you can provide to help this lady so she can get off the streets and get somewhere to stay. DM me, or you can text me 240-232-6332. This is, please just help if you can help. Or send me information or any ideas that can be of some help to try to get her some help to get off these streets. And she says she is willing to go into a shelter. Okay? I'm getting ready to drop the audio, and you all let me know. Okay? All right.